It's a proverbial scene the world over, with some of life's biggest milestones set against the familiar backdrop of a religious temple. In Argentina, like elsewhere, life at the Catholic Church starts early. Just a few months old, and Milena Cerchietti is set to take her first step through the doorway of Catholicism. As our family gather to celebrate her impending baptism, Dad Daniel proudly tells me he and Milena's mum were married in the same quaint little church last year. Now he says it's his daughter's turn to embrace an institution that has been the cornerstone of both their lives. As Latin America's second largest nation, over 3/4 of Argentina's 40 million people are Roman Catholic, but a recent survey revealed that only a fifth of them actually practice their faith. Starting out early this year as a simple petition, the No en mi nombre, or Not in My Name campaign has morphed into a highly profile movement that is questioning the role of the religious institution. The group's endeavour, they say, is to strip the country of what they label as the church's destructive influence. Also called collective apostasy, the movement encourages people who are Catholic in name only to register at the church where they were baptised that they have officially left the church. Argentina's relatively liberal society clashes with Catholic doctrine on a raft of issues, and a string of recent impasses has further stewed an anti-church sentiment. Only last month, an outspoken Holocaust-denying bishop was removed as the head of a seminary, and ongoing trials investigating the country's dirty war during the 1970s are unearthing some uncomfortable truths about the Catholic Church's role in the nation's traumatic history. Paolo Raffietta, spokesperson for the Apostasy Collective, tells me though it's recent statements like Pope Benedict's denouncement of condom use in Africa that strengthen their resolve. Like its ethnic makeup, the religious panorama in Argentina is wide and varied. Among the soccer pitches and tango halls, the capital Buenos Aires is dotted with synagogues and temples and homes Latin America's largest mosque. But while very few Argentines stick strictly to their spiritual mandates, the Catholic Church remains the mother tongue of religion, and its influence sinews every facet of society. While a constitutional requirement that presidents be Catholic was stripped out of the country's charter in the mid-90s, Fortunato Malamacci, a sociologist at the University of Buenos Aires, said the influence of church on state is far from severed. Malamacci carried out a national faith-based survey last year. It revealed that while the 76% of granted Catholics admit a distant church relationship, the number of baptisms has risen by almost 20% since 1980. While this cafeteria Catholicism may be an innocuous fact to most, the Not in My Name campaigners say such statistics are what imbue the Catholic Church with unrivalled lobbying influence. The power in numbers that they decry was turned on its head this week when coordinated demonstrations by the collective marched on the country's main cities. While some members of the church's upper echelon branded the campaign as the impetus of a few extremists, Cardinal Jorge Bergoglio, the country's primate, greeted them by saying he welcomes any questioning of faith, that in the end it will synthesise the church. Back in the suburbs of Buenos Aires, Mum and Dad smile as little Milena is doused in holy water, and her initiation to the Catholic Church is complete. Although to her, the different angles of her newfound status remain oblivious. To our family, they celebrate her inclusion into an institution that for them symbolises values and moral direction. To the Not in My Name campaigners, on the other hand, she represents another statistical jolt in the swelling political influence of the Catholic Church. For World Report, this is Paul Byrne in Buenos Aires, Argentina.